Hey, what's up, Liron here. In today's video, I want to share with you some beautiful color combinations from my pink Paul Rubens palette. This is just to give you an idea of color combinations that may work. I find there's a lot of magic in limiting yourself in any given painting to fewer colors, because that allows you to focus on the essence of the painting rather than struggle with 42 color palette. So with that, let's jump into it. I'm going to show you some of these beautiful combinations. So let's get with it. Now, the first combination I want to show you is actually a nice little primaries combination. You know, one of my favorite things to do is to use loads of primary colors. So the first color is going to be Scarlet. That's what it's called here. Now, I have all the pigments listed here. And so I'm going to start with this one, which is PR123. Now, I don't know all of these pigments to a perfectly high degree. What I recommend you do is to make your own research and see if you want to replace them with something else, like something that's a little more light fast. For example, we're going to see later a combination of multiple pigments, which is something you probably want to avoid. This one is the Scarlet. Now we're going to add some cobalt blue to that, which is this lovely blue, and I really love how these two mix together, as you'll see. One of the downsides of cobalt blue in this particular iteration of it, in this Paul Rubens palette, is I personally find that it takes some time to produce a darker value. So just for you to know, sometimes you'll need to scrub it a little more. Now the last one in this combination is Yellow Ochre. Yellow Ochre, I'm a big fan. Reason being, I like the more subtle yellows, the more muted yellows, and also slightly warmer if possible. Not a big fan of lemon yellows. I know a lot of people wonder or are perplexed by it. I don't know why. I really am not sure why. I do want to say that some people have this issue of having this sky blue mess around with the yellow for buildings and ground and creating an awkward green. This combination is a nice way of avoiding that, because the cobalt blue and the yellow ochre don't have that aggressive way of mixing together. So just a quick tip for you. Next, I want to show you this nice little Prussian blue and Pozzuoli red ochre. So we're going to get started with the Prussian blue, which I believe is this one. Yep, here we go. So for the Prussian blue, let me show you. This is just a beautiful bright blue. So it looks like this, and then we're going to add to that red ochre. But the pigment is Pigment Red 101, which is, I've seen it in many places, pretty common. Now this is kind of a high chroma contrast, so you have a very strong blue and essentially a pretty strong orange. Now you could go stronger with the orange. As an aside, let me show you. If I grab this orange here, that's really strong, okay? But I didn't necessarily want to go this far. By the way, this orange is cadmium red light, I believe. So yeah, so this is the kind of combination I wanted to present you here. Now, if we take a bit of a more muted approach to that, and I love how all the colors are close together, showing you their relations, we can go with something like French Ultramarine here, and with that, Umber. This will be kind of a more muted version of this higher chroma, higher saturation combination. Now this French Ultramarine is simply Pigment Blue 29. And as for the Umber, it's actually a combination with this one of Pigment Red 101, which is the same as this one, Red Ochre, and Pigment Brown 7. Now I particularly like this combination. It's this one, I believe, yes. Because it is a more kind of a subtle combo, in my opinion. Again, you can find some more, some weaker colors, but if you look at these two, this is way more red. You can really feel the brown here, and you can substitute this entire Pigment Red 101 with Pigment Brown only, so that this combination will only be of Pigment Brown and this blue, and it could be beautiful as well. Now, one last combination I want to show you is very secondary color based. So first I'm going to use some Tree Green, which I really liked here. The greens I find are a little strange with this set. Personally, I don't need that many greens. There is yellow green, tree green, hooker green, emerald green. I don't need all of those. But because I already have them, I'm going to find a really nice combination for each one of them. Now look at this one, it's 4 pigments. You want to avoid that. So go over these pigments, find one that's a single pigment that kind of mimics this look if you like the look that I'm going to show you in just a moment. So, and then we'll grab some violet. And look at that. It's just a beautiful secondary color combination that could work very well for more subtle still lifes. I often use this one for if I paint grapes or something like that. I just find it to be a very nice combination. Let me show you everything up close. And I like how at first I thought I'd do like swatches, but then I decided, you know what, let's let it all mix together. It looks so much better. So I love all of these. So look at the cobalt blue, scarlet, yellow, ochre, and we have the Prussian and red ochre, and then we have the French ultramarine and amber, and lastly the violet and tree green. All of these are really, really nice looking. And I like how they look together. And it's just, again, to give you sort of an idea of colors that you may want to try out together, recreate them using your own favorite pigments. What I like to do also is recommend you do a painting with just one of these combos. So use either these 3 only, or these 2, or these 2, or these 2. What I find is that limitations provide a lot of the beauty in a painting, and if you limit yourself to the number of combos, even to the number of brushes you allow yourself to use, very often the result is going to be very rewarding, and it allows you to focus on what really matters, which is, for example, a certain effect you want to achieve, or a certain atmosphere you want to create, rather than dealing with all of these colors that, honestly, no one needs these many colors for just one painting, really. So I hope you enjoyed this one. Now let's wrap it up. So thank you so much for watching. I really do hope you enjoyed these, and just that they opened up your mind to some new combinations. Some of these are fairly normal, nothing too special about them. Let me know if you've got a certain takeaway from this video, or if you're going to try and apply and actually use some of these combos. And don't forget to drop a like. Let me know in the comment down below again your thoughts. Subscribe if you still aren't, and hit the bell button to get notifications for new videos. That really helps me reach more people. And I really want to thank you once again. I will see you in the next vid.